Hey guys, I wanted to check in with you very quickly and just um, talk to you about the rule book you've got going on in your head. You guys have this set of rules that you live by. We all do. But a whole lot of you think that what's in your rule book has to stay there forever, and that's just not the case. It is your rule book, and you get to change the rules. There is absolutely nothing in that rule book that you have to keep. You get to choose to keep any of them. You can choose to get rid of any of them. There is absolutely nothing in this world that you have to do. Now, some of you say, okay, but I have to drive the speed limit. Well, no, you don't. Will there be consequences for that? Absolutely. But you don't have to do that. Um, Maybe you think that you have to go to school every day. You don't have to. Well, will there be consequences? Absolutely. So you get to choose what you do. And once you make that distinction between having to and choosing to, kind of gives you a whole new perspective on things. And it kind of makes life a whole lot easier in that you realize you have control over what's happening, not the world is happening to you. So make sure that you go through your rule book and you ask yourself about every single one of your rules. Does that rule serve me? If it does, great, keep it. Ask yourself, do I like my reasons for thinking this way, feeling this way, doing this, or being this? If the answer is yes, keep the rule. If the answer is no, change it or totally get rid of it. You aren't your rule book. Just because you've always been late to work doesn't mean you always have to be. Just because you've always been a tomboy doesn't mean you always have to be. Just because you've always been a perfectionist doesn't mean you always have to be. Just because you've overeaten doesn't mean you always have to in the future. Just because you've always felt lost doesn't mean that you have to in the future. Just because you've always been scared doesn't mean you have to in the future. Just because you've always let them talk about you like that doesn't mean you have to in the future. You get to choose every single moment of your day. The rules that you live by are just beliefs that are created in your brain. You get to choose whether or not to continue following those. So choose. Choose what's right for you. And be willing to accept the consequences for the choices that maybe you shouldn't have made, and be willing to celebrate the choices that you're proud of. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.